then give me a beat. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a cue. Yeah. Well, I'll start with September when all the Jets fans were stoked. Gave the Giants no love as the Red Sox choked. All the writers in NYC said this was a Jets town. So as a Giants fan, let me say, how you like me now? Rex Ryan plays the media like Sean Puffy Combs. Can't believe he didn't win under Captain Santonio Holmes. Now let's jump to week number 9 when everyone said Coughlin's job was on the line. We beat the Cowboys and the Jets too. After that, only one thing left to do. While the Jets bumbled with no rhyme or reason, the Giants sashayed into the NFL's postseason. Bye-bye Green Bay. Frisco, take a walk. Now it's off to the former home of the great Marshall Faulk. Yeah. Where are we going? We're going. Yeah. Out to Indy. Peyton's bad neck to play a team coached by Belichick. Indy, where a man is a man, birthplace of the modern plan. Indy, where instead of Pilates, people get drunk at Scotty's. Indy, good times in Indy, where people pray for an early death. Lots of room to cook meth.
Yeah.
Well, it was time for a Super Bowl party, and guess who's going to a little show called Nick and Artie? Boston, New York, and the stage was set. Faneuil Hall's history, or an exhibit at the Met. The Giants and Pats came to rape and pillage, and a lot of these people came to see the Super Bowl village. The Pats were favored, and the Giants fans laughed. But let me say this, I love the great Robert Kraft. But enough of this crap, it's time to start the game, say no more. Let's kick it off, it's 6:24. Where? In the city of Indy.
Yeah.
Where witness protection sends killers to cheer on Reggie Miller. Indy. It's not New York or the city that's windy. Indy. Close to Minnesota Fats. Last spot where we heard from the Pats. Yeah. Well, a few minutes in, the Pats had no luck. They watched the safety recorded by Justin Tuck. And then the Pats secondary started to snooze. So Eli drilled a TD to number 80, Victor Cruz. But then Beantown went on a run. And the Giants went into the halftime down by just one. Some bad calls by the refs had me crying it's not fair. But I cheered up when Madonna rocked like a prayer. Yeah. All my bad feelings continued to linger, but I felt better when MIA gave the finger. Yeah. Indy! Yeah, where they don't worship Satan, but they do worship that fruit Peyton. Indy! Yeah. Home of the house that Peyton built, where they don't like the AIDS quilt. Indy! Yeah. Where the Patriots got what they got at the JW Marriott. Now, yeah. Oh, come on now. Yeah. All right. Now let's get to half number 2. Would the Pats win or the boys from Big Blue? In the blink of an eye, it was 17-9, and I started to doubt that poor team of mine. Knicks jumped for a pass and really got stung by a Patriot safety whose last name was Chung. Knicks got up and said, "Hey, what's the story? I thought you were married to that talk show host, Maury." He said, No, I'm the other Chung. You're thinking of Connie. And Dan Filato claims he knows Miss Bernstein, first name Bonnie. Two Giants scores, and it was 17-15. I felt just like a porn star who just met Charlie Sheen. Yeah. Let's hear it for Indy. How do you see a town so alluring? Well, you just Google boring. Indy.
Making friends everywhere.
A great place to spend the night, unless, of course, you're not white. Yeah, come on now. All right. Well, the G-men were down and in a big jam, but then they threw it to the sidelines and Mario Manningham. Yeah, Ed Manningham's named to Tyree and Dent because he played just like the alter ego of that reporter, Clark Kent. Bradshaw scored, and I ain't talking about Terry. It was almost as good as that party with Katy Perry. So the Giants were up with 1 minute to go. I was praying so hard I looked like Tebow. The Pats could have won it with one last hurl, but New England came up short, and guess what? Eli's going to Disney World. Yeah. The Giants beat the Pats in the bowl out in Indy. Tom played like a Brady, but unfortunately it was Cindy. So for Tom, it was back to New York and his condo right next to De Niro's. Hope he had a good view today of the Canyon of Heroes. So for New England, another loss, and for New York, another win, and Boston, another loss, and for Nick DiPaolo, a gig at Governors with Rich Voss. What? I'll say it again. So for Boston, so for the Yankees, another win.
Never worked with them.
So for New York, another win, and New England, another loss, and for Nick DiPaolo, a gig at the Governors with the great Rich Voss. Eli owns Brady, and you know I ain't joking. Hey, if you want to see me and Eli, take a ride over to Hoboken. Where he lives with his kid and wife in Hoboken, not in Indy. Where Tom Brady got a few more girls pregnant and then left them. Indy. Yeah. Where the Giants won. Lots of fun. Out in Indy. Where I wrote this song right before Nick couldn't get into the party with Chris Long. Indy.
Oh, my goodness.
Dan Filato went insane when he wasn't recognized by Chris Crane. Indy. Where Ken Cole ran the Super Bowl. Indy. I'm going insane. Say hi to our new producer named Shane. Yeah. Well, that's it, man. I don't want to get too arty. But guess what? This was a Super Bowl party. The show NNA is going to keep on going, and I'm going to keep these rhymes keep on flowing. So thanks to you, people up in Boston, for sucking at everything you do. It's good to see you guys often. Yeah. So Bad memories in Indy. For everybody from Boston. Hey, I saw a white chick with James Lofton in the lobby at Indy. Where Dan was on the dance floor swerving. 3 white chicks with Michael Irvin. And yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Terrific. That was beautiful. Now you get 2 platinums.
We're gonna head into, that was a rough cut. We're gonna head into the studio and do both.